are always busy, that's right. But if we truly want something, we can make time for it. So when I was a kid, I always felt the need to speak for others, to defend others, the voiceless.
I realized after you helped me translate it into Italian that that was a more accurate way for me to express what I wanted to express.
Yes.
And that was a big point, a turning point in my interest and to continue learning the language, as well as open up my mind to the power and the fragility of words. Hello, Internet.
Hi.
This is Elena Frisone.
Good.
Thank you.
Good pronunciation. It's getting better.
It's getting better. It's not perfect. She is my Italian tutor. And I met Elena as I wanted to write a letter to a friend and have it translated in Italian. In the process, I realized that you've been a fantastic teacher. And I learned a lot. I enjoy the process very much and have been continuing lessons with her. And she will be going back to Italy to go to law school very, very shortly.
Yes, that's correct.
I found that she has been an old soul who is very interesting, who cares about people as much as she complains about people.
Oh my God, that's... Okay.
And we always have great conversations, so I wanted to invite her on the podcast to share a conversation with all of you forever to live on the internet. How do you feel?
We're ready for this, I guess. It's my first time doing this. It feels kind of weird, but I'm happy to be here and share a bit with you and people.
And people.
My beloved people.
Yes. Right now, it just looks like a bunch of cameras and 2 computer monitors, but there's people behind these cameras in the future. Well, first question.
Okay.
What brought you over to this part of the pond? How did you get here?
Well, I started wanting to move to Canada after spending 2 months here. When I went back home to Italy and my parents picked me up at the airport, I told them about my willingness to come back here because when I spent, those 2 months in Sarnia, somehow I fell in love with the people and the places. And also, I fell in love with myself, like with that version of me, far away from home, finally free, far away from those people that always known me. So I was like, Mom, Dad, I think I'm going to take a gap year after high school. And they were so in disagreement with me, as you know. It was hard because I understand them. I mean, I was 18 at the time, so it's not easy for them to have a daughter that is always thinking of leaving, And they were not used to it because my whole family was born in that place. They still live in that place and they're going to die in that place. So when I started talking to them, I wanted to have, conversations about all this to let them understand my point of view. But on the side, I had my dad that was just really pissed at me for it. He just wanted me to go straight to university. It's understandable. But I wanted him to understand why I needed to be back here and have the experience I'm having. But yeah, I wouldn't say a word. So it was just absolute silence from his side. And then on the other side, I had my mom that would start crying as soon as I said a word. Yeah. So it was hard, but then I just gave up. I just did all the paperwork. And then before Easter 2024, I believe, I was like, Mom, Dad, this is the port of entry letter from the Canadian government, so I'm moving. I'm
Wow.
leaving. And this is how I got here. It was not easy, but I am proud of myself because I was stubborn enough to do what I wanted to do.
You're definitely very stubborn.
Yes, I am. Is it a flaw or it's not?
We're yet to find out.
Okay.
So, how long have you been here, and what have you been doing since you've been here?
I moved here on September the 20th, so it's almost a year. As you said, I will be going back to Italy this Sunday, leaving this Sunday. What I've been doing, a lot. I've been socializing. Socializing, that's like the smallest part. Working, because I work 3 jobs. I've been exploring around. I've been thinking a lot as well. And I feel like fortunately, I had the time in between all these things that I do. I had the time to talk to myself, to think, to fix things on myself. Because I feel like when you're far away, especially at first, you don't know anyone, okay? So you have lots of free time. It took me a month to find a job. So yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, I'm here. I started asking myself questions. I started looking for answers. I started my diary as well. I wish I could. Well, I'm still writing a lot, but less than when I first started it. Just because I don't have much free time. But as I told you a few times ago when we met for our lesson, I feel like I'm not the kind of person who is always able to speak freely. So just writing down really helps me. It helps me to remember all the feelings I had, the emotions I felt during this journey. And also because, I'm really proud. Sometimes I'm not able to express my feelings at all. So just writing down is a way to do it,
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I mean, the letter I initially came to you to help me with, I realized after you helped me translate it into Italian that was a more accurate way for me to express what I wanted to express.
Yes.
And that was a big point, a turning point in my interest and to continue learning the language, as well as open up my mind to the power and the fragility of words, because certain words will never truly touch on what we're trying to get at. But as we write, we explore new words, and it's always a process of getting it down.
Yes.
And I found that meeting people and talking to different people have allowed me to understand how people use their words. And it informs me of how to speak myself, whether it's actually speaking to myself or in my writing to communicate that to myself. And the better I get at that, the better I can think and the better I can grow, because my thoughts I am now more in control of what I'm thinking. I am now more aligned with how I'm feeling, and it just becomes a process of growing through and through. So writing is very good.
Yes, it is.
How would you describe the people you've met here compared to the people you know back home? I know we've had some moments where we've shared our frustrations, but I know you have a great way of connecting with people, and I'm very curious about your observations. Anything to note about that?
I feel like the biggest difference would be that people here don't judge you. Okay?
Are you sure? We're
Yes,
chatting
I
right
am.
now.
You're not judging me now. I know you're not.
I'm only kidding.
People back home, I'm from a really, really small town. Someone said a village, because I was saying, hey, only 1,000 people live there. So it's not even a small town, it's literally a village. Okay? So everyone knows everyone,
Yeah.
We know each other because we were all born there. We all live there. We've all lived there like the whole life. So due to this, people would think that they can assume things on you, would think that they know you, would believe that they can judge you. You know, they could judge things that you do. I felt judged when I told people that I was, you know, leaving for this. I got here, and when I started meeting people, they were amazed. They were happy for me. They were wishing me luck. So it just like, I feel like the point of views, the way of thinking, the way of perceiving life, that's the biggest difference from, you know, between the people that are here, more open-minded, and people back home, they are still stuck in the past, that wouldn't really see what's out of our hometown.
That's a big point. I had similar tensions with my family coming out to do music, to live in the city. And it was so shocking to me because they have come so far from back home to be here. And I would have made the assumption that they have acknowledged how important it is to be open to new ideas and to new ways of living your life. That isn't what the village would assume you were to do. So when I wanted to do music, there's a lot of pushback from my parents, and that was confusing to me. And I think all of that has, even when I share with my friends that I'm learning Italian from you, they're like, "What?"
Why are you doing this?
They're very confused.
I mean, why are you learning Italian? You know, English. And I feel like not many people would like to learn Italian because it's not necessary, you know?
It's definitely not necessarily a necessity here. But I think what you touch on about the open-mindedness is what I acknowledge in you as well. And I'd rather learn from somebody who has your point of view on people than anybody else. And you take your teachings very seriously, and I appreciate that. You're a fantastic teacher. And what strikes me in our lessons with Italian is that you're very passionate about the language and perhaps the culture that comes with it, and you're more than willing to share that.
Yeah, I like to share my knowledge with others. That's also why I started doing that. I used to do that in high school. So when I got here, I was like, okay, it's taken me a long time to find an actual job. Let's do something that I know I can do. Okay, so I found that website, language tutors, whatever, and then you were the first you are my first student in Canada, so it's a special place. But you know what? At first, I thought it was a scam or something. I was like, okay. When I remember that we met at Union Station,
Yes.
right? And I was like, okay, is this person real? I don't know, I was in denial, I think. I was like,
Okay.
I don't know, we'll see. But then, you know, it happened. We're still learning a lot together. You are still learning a lot. You did a great job.
Thank you.
So I'm glad I had you as a first student.
I'm glad I had you as my teacher. What have you learned from us working together? And how have you grown as a teacher for that?
That's a good one. So during our lessons, as your teacher, I've always seen a great curiosity from you on, you know, something that is not easy at all, because learning Italian is not easy, right?
Yep.
But I've never seen you get frustrated about it because you made a lot of mistakes. Okay, you still do. You always will, but you were never frustrated about it. You were always, ready to improve and to get better. You were always patient. And I think what I've learned from you during our lessons is to be patient and to wait. Okay? Because one thing that I want you to know, and those people as well, is that I detest not being good at something right away. Sometimes I feel so confident, so proud of myself that I would believe that I don't need anyone's help. I believe that I can do everything myself, that I am so powerful, but I'm not. I'm clearly not. So I do need someone's help, as you needed my help to learn Italian, as you need my help to improve. So yeah, both this and being patient on everything, with everything.
Do you think I was patient initially, or do you think you see me become more patient?
Definitely the second one, because I feel like at first, it's not that you were not patient, you were really excited, I
I
think.
was very excited.
So you really wanted to, learn fast. But I told you, not even Italians know how to speak Italian properly. So give yourself time. And we started from nothing, from ciao, sì,
Sì,
come stai?
sto bene.
And yeah, anch'io sto bene. And now we're here, and you are able to, with my help, you're able to translate, you're able to read Italian, and you have such a good pronunciation. So,
I definitely feel like I've slowly become more patient, and I've shared with you in some of our lessons that I'm reminded to slow down and to have some humility that I don't know how to do this, and I am coming to you for help, and I do want to learn, and I can't be so hard on myself for not doing as much as I would like to do, or
that's
as
what
much as
I'm
I
learning.
can.
That's what I'm learning from you.
Right. I'm learning that at the same time. I think we're sharing that lesson together. It's been such a wonderful experience to learn that lesson, and I've shared my contrast because I'm also a teacher. I teach privately
Right.
for music, so being in the seat of the student has been eye-opening to how it might feel for my students in the process of me teaching them guitar, for example, and I've learned that it's important to be a student every step of the way. And I definitely feel like a student when I'm taking lessons from you. And there's so much to learn about being a teacher from the student, and there's so much from the student to learn from the
Right.
teacher that always goes hand in hand. And I think having the opportunity to take lessons with you at like our own pace, just as life goes on, and it's kind of a low pressure situation. We meet up when we can meet up. Has been a great way to slowly build the skills and awareness of being a student and that patience that is really necessary. So that's been very good. Tell me about your next steps into becoming a student yourself. You're going to law school.
Yeah.
I know you have a passion for law. I'm curious about if you can share the story of your interest in law and what you're looking forward to going back to Italy for law school.
Well, there's not really a story to tell.
Okay.
I just remember that the first time I said I wanted to be a lawyer, I was 8.
Nice.
I mean, at 8 years old, you don't even know what a lawyer is, right? But I remember someone asking me that, and I said, I want to be a lawyer, a criminal lawyer. Now I'm 20, so it's been 12 years, and I still want to be a criminal lawyer. Well, also when I was a kid, I always felt the need to speak for others, to defend others, the voiceless people. It's something that I feel that you like him. I don't even know how to say this. Like, I don't think there's a term to explain the whole thing, but it's something that you feel from deep inside. Okay?
Yeah.
And I've always been determined and really, stubborn. I want to do this. I'll get there. No, I don't know if it's the right path for me, but again, it's been 12 years. That is my only option. That's the way I see myself in 10 years, 15 years. Maybe I can change my mind while studying it. I could say, no, this is not really for me. I was wrong this whole time. But you never know. I mean, I'm going to start. We'll see how it goes. And I'll let you know.
Please do.
Say, hey, Corinne, I'm finally a lawyer in 10 years from now.
Great, because then when I'm in a tricky situation, hopefully you can defend me.
Well, again, I want to be a criminal lawyer, so hopefully not. But you never know. I'll be here for you. Well, as you know, I wanted to study here, right? I moved here full of hopes because I thought I was able to apply for a work permit, to start university here. I was dreaming of U of T, but then I do not have $60,000 per year. Neither my parents.
Yeah.
So I came to the conclusion, well, this happened, a few months ago. I came to the conclusion that it's best for me if I go back home and I study there. And I'm sure I will find a way to be back here if I still want it, if I still crave it this much. There's always a way. But yeah, I mean, it's not that I am sad or disappointed or depressed about it.
Are you sure?
I think right now I'm doing fine.
Good.
What happens to me, I start feeling really sad and powerless and weak as soon as the sun goes down, when I'm, by myself in my room, music on. Then I start feeling really bad. Because I just think too much, You come full of hopes and then,
Yes.
Everything disappears. It's all gone. But I'm excited to go back, not to my hometown, I'm not going to be home. I'm going to be home for like a week. That's it. And then I'm gone again. Because I will be up north, close to, the city is called Trento. It's close to Lake Garda in the Dolomites. It's a small city, okay? So it's going to be a big difference, coming from, after spending a year here in Toronto. But somehow I feel like I need it. I need to slow down. I need to go back to that slow living that is famous about Italy, la dolce vita, il dolce far niente. And also, after a year living here, I know for sure that this is not my place in the world. Like, Toronto is not my place in the world. Maybe, I wouldn't live here my whole life. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But when I got here, I was sure that this was my place.
What made you change your mind about that?
The fact that deep down I'm a nature lover. I was born in the countryside, so I feel like I still belong there in a way. But what I truly believe in is that everyone my age, everyone in their 20s, especially if you're from a small town, you have to leave and you have to experience the life in a big city, far away from home, because you grow a lot. I don't think I ever asked for help during this year. I never called my parents saying, I need your help because I'm not able to do this. I had lots of obstacles that I had to overcome, and I did.
Yeah.
I'm happy I did it by myself. So I got to grow up a lot. And I'm hoping that my little brother, that is 3 years younger than me, is going to think of doing this too. I'm hoping to be like a role model to him.
You're definitely a role model to me.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry now. Thank you.
Having expectations crumble and have to rebuild those expectations.
The key would be not have expectations from people, I think.
Would that come from a place of negativity, like you have low expectations, or just you take it as it comes?
No, I feel like in the past I had expectations about people that were not my people, and I got hurt from them. So over the period, I came to the conclusion that just low expectations, so that you don't get disappointed, so that you don't get hurt by them,
Right.
and where you're not expecting those people to be, good, nice, good souls, kind souls. When you're not expecting them to come into your life, then you're gonna meet them.
Yeah.
You're gonna find your people. I don't think I've found my people yet. I have many friends, but there's a difference between friends, like my friends, and my people, I think. My people would be people that truly feel me, people that can read my soul, can go deeper and deeper. Well, my best friend is like this. I've known her since kindergarten, I think, since we were like little. I feel like she can look at me and feel me, and I don't even have to say anything. My best friend, and then my grandmother, I think. My great grandmother, she passed away, but she was one of the fewest people that truly know me. And also, two of my relatives that are here, and one of them told me, she was the first to tell me that I am an old soul. She was the first one. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, she's right. And then I got a tattoo for that. The other relative that I have here, told me that I'm a free spirit. So I feel like those two compliments, in a way, shape my personality, shape the way I am, the soul that I am.
I find like compliments, when they hit like that, it's not something that it's not like winning a prize. It's not like getting something you want, but it's something that just reveals what's already there.
Yes.
And when those moments happen, it's so important to acknowledge and to appreciate.
Yeah.
Because it's not something that you would have been able to do on your own. You wouldn't have been able to tell yourself those words and have it have that impact. It would have to have come from somebody else. Have you thought about? I guess you can have friends, and you describe the difference between friends and your people. What do you think it takes to find your people? Because it's not, to me, it's not just a by chance thing. If somebody was to look deeply into your soul, I think there's a bit of, it goes both ways, where you'd also have to show them a bit of your soul. Sometimes they can see without you showing, but sometimes that's also a moment of hesitation, because it's kind of like, wait, why are you looking at me when the door's supposed to be closed? and that can be confusing or intimidating at times too. So I'm curious, what does it take for you to show somebody more of who you are, in the attempts to find out if they are your people?
So, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but my great grandmother used to say that I have the gift of reading people. Okay? So, when I first meet someone, it takes time for me to open up because I am observing this person. I am trying to analyze that person, trying to understand if that person is worth my time. Okay? If it is, then I am going to open up, okay? And that person is going to be able to read me. Sometimes I put on a mask, okay? Because I am afraid of showing my emotions, my feelings, of showing the way I am because I have lots of flaws and there's lots of things on myself that I have to fix. This is why the first thing that I'm going to do when I land back home is therapy. I'm going back to therapy. I'm saying, in order to be able to fully live my life, there's things that I have to fix, and I need someone's help for this. Okay. That person has to be stubborn enough to let me drop that mask.
So you're competing with stubbornness.
Yes. A person that truly wants to, the person that knows that, I'm not being my real self and wants to know me at a deeper level. Asks me questions, tries to understand why I act in a certain way. If I feel like you're putting an effort, then I'm going to know that you are one of my people, that you are part of that group of people that are my people.
Right. I've thought about that. I think it takes some work for both parties and time.
Yes.
I'm curious, do you think that the busy life, the hustle and bustle of Toronto, is it possible for that to happen in here? Or would it be more likely to happen back home? Because of how people's lives are different. And that time, I feel like people are always busy in Toronto and running around. And imagine that the slower lifestyle back home might be.
We are always busy, that's right. But if we truly want something, we can make time for it. So people would make time to know other people. Also, again, back home, people think that they know me, but maybe they know like the older version, like the previous version of myself. They don't know me anymore because I've changed a lot. I've grown a lot. When I got here, no one knew me. No one knew my name. No one knew who I was. So I had a chance to, to show myself, okay, to start over with my life. And in a way, I think it was easier to make people know me. They would ask questions, even at work. When I first started working there, they would ask questions. Why would you move here? Okay, so the most asked question was, why the heck would you move here to Toronto from Italy? From like the most amazing place in the world. It is not. It's not. Something I always say is that Italy is amazing to visit, not to live in. But I feel like everyone is trying to, especially at my age, we feel that need to run away because we have that curiosity towards the world, towards everything that the world has to offer.
Yeah.
So, although now I'm going back home, although I'm gonna be stuck for a good amount of years at university, I feel like once you start traveling, once you start meeting people and cultures, you cannot stop. So I'm always looking forward to travel, to leave, to run away, to go away, to meet beautiful souls, to learn new stories as well. Each of us has something to tell. I have a lot to tell. It takes time, okay? But step by step,
Yeah.
I'm opening up. I'm doing this now, so I feel like people are getting to know me a bit better. You are getting to know me a bit better as well.
Definitely. This is the longest time we've talked to just people, period.
But something I appreciate is that before our lessons, we always take some time to, just talk.
I
Just
appreciate
those
that too.
deep, slow conversations that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to listening, how do you know that somebody's listening? I think we all feel it. We all experience it.
While I'm talking, I can tell that someone is listening just by looking at them. If they look at me, if they don't get distracted by,
All these cameras.
yes, by other people, by, things going on around us. And I can tell that someone is listening to me when I'm, talking to these people. I don't know, in some time, and then they remember small details about myself, or they remember small things that I've said to them a long time ago that I I forgot, but they do remember. And that's what I appreciate about people. The fact that they listen, the fact that they care. They remember because they care about you. They care about the way you think, the way you act. They care about your thoughts, your feelings.
Yeah. That is important. One thing I've recognized in you is that you have quite the angry side to you. There's a lot of, what's the word, tension. You can hold a lot of tension, but I think that temperament is interesting because you're also very pleasant to talk to. So although I can tell that you are and can be very angry or frustrated with certain things, you're at the same time very pleasant. And I think that's a very nice mix to pursue your career in law.
I've been told that a lot.
Yes?
Yes.
Good. Because I'm looking forward to you feeling comfortable with the work you do. In one of our lessons, I shared with you a letter I wrote my partner for her birthday.
That was so cute. the best part of the lesson, because I remember it was a, translation focused lesson. 2 hours lesson, I think.
Yeah, it was a long one.
So yeah, that was a good break.
I'm glad. I was really happy to share that with you because I can only speak or understand Italian at like a toddler level. I feel like a baby when I'm speaking. But I wanted to reassure you that I take my words carefully and seriously, and I can write in English at the very least. But when I shared it with you, you seemed to light up and were so happy.
Yes.
I felt very appreciative that you took that very well.
Because I am glad to know people that are able to write those things, to express themselves through those words. Okay, they are brave enough, kind enough to just write things down, write feelings down, emotions down for others. And I'm sure that your partner is truly glad for what you did to her.
Do you write in your journal for the same reasons?
I write in my journal because sometimes I'm too proud to even speak. So that is my way of expressing things. But still, it's in my journal. You know, no one is going to read those words, those quotes, those little poems. So it's still something that I keep for myself. Okay, I don't have to read those things out loud to people. So that's the main reason why I started journaling. I started my diary. The other reason is that I want the memory of it, you know? Having my diary, reading those things back in like a few years is going to help me a lot, because I will remember everything about this journey, you know? I started when I moved here. I'm still writing, and I mean it's almost the end. So I have so many things, so many experiences, and so many even, I mean, I had my bad days too, and I feel like the best pages were written on sad days. Because I'm just, you know, lying on my bed, music on, maybe crying as well, and I just write down everything that comes to my mind, and I have my poem. And in a few years I will be reading those things back. I'll be doing fine, hopefully. But I will have the memory of it all. And I'm hoping that my kids, my grandkids, will read those things too. Yeah.
I write in my journal for a very similar reason, that when I'm dead, my kids could read that
Yes.
and know what that day was like
Yes.
when I was their age, in that same way. Another reason why I like to do this, stays on the internet forever, you know. Someone's gonna find it eventually.
Lots of people will know us. Yeah.
Yeah. If you can reflect on your story thus far, you being who you are today, what would you like to say to the world?
That all the bad things that happened to you, they will all help you later on. They will help you grow. They will help you mature. I think I am the way I am today thanks to all the bad, good things as well, but mostly the bad things that happened to me when I was younger. The fact that I was, due to, you know, certain things that happened even in my family, I felt like I had to stop living my childhood at a very young age, let's say 10. And I had to start acting like a grown woman. But that was not what I needed at the time. I needed to play with toys. I needed to, you know, just be a child. I didn't have to worry about things because that was not the time yet. But now, thanks to all that, all those events, all those things, those people as well, I am the way I am, and I feel so powerful. I feel so independent and ready to deal with everything that is going to come my way. So it's good. I'm glad those things happened. I'm glad those people were in my life. Everyone is in our lives for a reason. Good reasons, bad reasons.
Wow.
We all learn something from others.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Come a long way. Well, I really appreciated our time together, and I'm very happy that I can call you my friend, and I will definitely be continuing our lessons whenever you're ready.
Yes.
And
I will be coming back here next year. Well, that's the plan. Okay, so I wanna come back on vacation because I wouldn't be able to come for a long time as I did this time. So I won't be able to work, to apply for a work permit, none of those things. But I am planning to come back on vacation. I'm thinking of a family vacation, okay? Because when my parents came visit me for Easter, they only stayed for 8 days, okay?
Okay.
The plan was to take them to Alberta and do like a road trip to the Rockies. But again, they only stayed for 8 days. I've barely seen them. I was barely able to see them, to spend time with them. So I'm sure I will be coming back either with them or just by myself. But yeah.
Great.
I will be back here and maybe we could do this once again.
You're always welcome, and I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll tell you about university. I'll tell you about the way I feel back home. And yeah, I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about.
That's for sure. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you to you.
Elena Frisone, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye. Great.
Yay. That was okay.
That was great.